Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Strange Fantasy. I'm Travis.
Ashley here.
And I'm Trey.
We're the creators, writers, and producers of the show. We just wanted to take a quick second before diving into tonight's tawdry tale to let you know that if you like Strange Fantasy, be sure and show your love by subscribing, downloading, and rating the show on iTunes or any of the many platforms we exist on.
And for exclusive rewards and merchandise, or just to donate to our cause to help us to continue to thrive, be sure to visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/strangefantasy.
Also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram by searching Strange Fantasy Show for updates and haunting original art.
All of this and more can be found at our website, strangefantasyshow.com. And now,
your feature presentation.
Welcome to another regaling of strange fantasy. Obscure oddities meant to shock the nervous system and stir the very core of your soul. Tonight's tale is of a truth hidden deep within the world. A reality of bizarre and curious wonders unlike any you'll ever know. All you have to do is extend your reach. In this installment entitled Lady Animator.
Our next stop on the tour is the second largest surgical theatre in the country, the Bartholomew Allen Memorial Auditorium. Established in 1846, the operating theatre is equipped with a full surgical platform in the center of the room that can be raised, lowered, and tilted in any direction, followed by a 12-row observation deck.
I was 26 when I began my first year of study at one of the world's most revered medical science universities. A ripe virgin floating amongst a sea of rotten whores, as she would so often repeat to me whenever my innocence was being admired. The circumstantial fashion in how we met was less than ideal. I and a crowd of other plucky know-nothings were accidentally led by our imprudent tour guide into a smaller, more personal laboratory that she would frequently utilize, given the fact that her brilliance and tenure was always overlooked because she was a woman trying to fit into the old boys club. As we all stood in the doorway, each of the imbeciles gawked their hateful attentions at her with a still, judgmental silence that pierced from their dull and fatuous eyes. However, I stood staring in awe of her remarkable beauty, captivated and curious if she were the one I had previously heard such high-remarked rumors of. Within this small sea of lingering faces, it was my face she focused on. Frustrated with being interrupted, she began ripping into this incompetent buffoon of a tour guide, sparing no harsh synonym. As she clobbered on, I noticed something off about her. She wasn't really upset with the tour guide. She was grieving for what appeared to be a small object tucked under a white cloth atop a surgical slab. I knew that aggravation such as this must be the direct cause of something she loved. and that her moment to regain clarity was destroyed by each one of us in attendance. I quickly understood the weight of our intrusion and began herding the others out from the doorway like sheep. I made sure that I was the last one to exit the room so I could turn toward her for one last glance. Her strength, only to be matched by her vulnerability, stood there in silence as my gaze was met with the tearful eyes of a sullen child. And that's when I heard the weak, dying whimper from the small object under the white cloth. A cat. I remember my eyes empathetically welling with hers, but I quietly and respectfully closed the door as I rejoined the tour group.
Apologies about that. I was unaware that the laboratory was currently occupied. No matter. Let us continue on, shall we? Over on the right, you'll see our recently funded anatomy center.
Only one day would pass before we'd meet again. I had intentionally become lost within the endless hallways of the university. I searched for what seemed like hours, avoiding people like my life depended on it, just in case one of them wanted to offer me reprieve. That was until she appeared before me like a phantom from the shadows, and spoke to me, her first words, that fell upon me like a calming rain.
Are you touched? You must be terribly lost to wander around this same hallway for the past 2 hours.
Yes, though I assure you I am not touched, I suppose you are right. Do you happen to know what room Professor Ferguson's lecture is being held?
I do. However, I shall give you your answer after you give me mine.
And what is your question?
'Twas you I saw yesterday with that tour group, yes?
I was there, yes.
You are not like the others, are you?
I would certainly like to think so.
Why are you so different? What makes you better than them?
I am no better than anyone else, but nobody else is better than me.
You are a ripe virgin floating amongst a sea of rotten whores. Do you know that?
I suppose I do. Now,
Good. Professor Ferguson despises those who interrupt his lectures by their tardiness. You're better off not attending today than blaming your absence on illness tomorrow.
what if I miss something of importance?
Do you feel confident in your understanding of human anatomy?
Somewhat, yes. However, I could always learn more.
Well, Ferguson won't be the one to teach you anything new. I can assure you of that.
As much as I appreciate your opinion, I'd rather reserve judgment to be based on my own interactions.
A ripe virgin indeed.
Now that I have met each of your questions with an answer, may I please have mine?
Of course. Lecture room 6.
Thank you. And where might that be located?
About 4 feet to your right. You are sure you're not touched?
Ah, so I see. Lost, yet not. Funny how that is. Wouldn't you agree?
I suppose.
Now, before I walk in there, how awful will he be toward me and my tardiness?
You will be ridiculed for your entire stay here. Not only by him, but also by the rest of your peers.
Ah, well then. It seems as if I am suddenly feeling an actual illness. Probably for the best I ask forgiveness tomorrow.
Agreed. So, what shall you do for the remainder of your day?
Still unsure at this point. Perhaps gain a mapping of the campus grounds as to avoid this type of situation from happening again.
That would be wise. However, I could use a good young man such as yourself to aid me in my research. What say you?
I have not much to offer.
Perfect. An impressionable blank slate, or if you will, a tabula rasa. This is exactly what I require.
What are you researching?
Many a curious wonders.
Well, I have never been one to shy away from such things. I'd be more than happy to assist you in any way I can.
Marvelous. Follow me then, Virgin.
My name is Emerson. Emerson McTavish.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Emerson. I'm Dr. Evelyn Stein.
As we walked into the same small laboratory from yesterday's encounter, I notice not a thing has moved nor changed position. What I can only infer to be a cat underneath that white cloth still remained wrapped atop the surgical slab. My curiosity grows, fed by sorrow. It grows further than I should really allow.
May I confide in you something deeply personal, Emerson?
Of course.
The research I have been feverishly working on remains only a theory currently.
A theory?
Precisely. You, I believe, are of the right state of mind to assist me, for I cannot possibly bear this alone.
I am more than humbled. But why me? We are but only strangers having just met. What indication from myself yields such confidence within you?
Call it intuition, call it a desperate plea. There's just something about you that makes me feel safe. Makes me feel that I can trust you. I can trust you, yes?
Of course. Peculiar to say the least, but I resonate with your words. I too feel safe.
Then allow me to introduce you to someone. Emerson, meet Swissgar, my companion.
Once the white cloth was fully removed, there laid a dying, long-haired cat. His coat of fur withered orange hue and eyes barely even open. Inside, I am completely overwhelmed with sadness. A once magnificent creature now stricken with illness. Yet I try to remain collected and calm for her sake, for I feel the slightest bit of any other emotion would absolutely shatter her disposition.
Beautiful, is he not?
Absolutely.
I've been providing blood transfusions for a little over a month now, but I understand I am simply prolonging the inevitable.
I am so sorry.
Thank you. Swissgar is my family. In fact, is the only remaining family I have left.
Difficult couldn't begin to describe your sorrow.
Precisely. Which brings me to why we are here. My theory.
Which is?
What if I were to say that the reason I am in medicine was to prove my theory true?
I'm listening.
I believe that I can reanimate the dead to live again. I've developed devices and techniques that, when executed properly, could theoretically achieve this goal. But I cannot manage this great task alone, which is why you are here, Emerson. Help me make this into a reality. The hour draws near for my friend here, and...
Okay. Where do we begin?
You are something to be marveled, Emerson. Thank you.
I trust you. And it's true. I really did trust her, despite everyone's opinion of this poor, misunderstood genius who was brave enough to think and create outside the box of normality. Ultimately, she just wanted to keep a small part of what made her whole. No blame or judgment could be passed, not from myself, at least. And for those who feel scared or threatened by her genius, well, that's their problem. Because this is, and was going to happen either way, and I was honored to be a part of such greatness. Under the surgical slab, hidden by the sheets to be unveiled, were 3 large battery cells, surgical equipment, and a large container that held 4 freshly deceased cat corpses. I was stunned by the preparedness of it all, and it was made out to be such a simple task. We first needed to temporarily lay to rest the poor creature. Then we would begin replacing damaged organs with healthy ones. After the sutures were secured in place, would we then follow the connections of the battery cells? One to be placed at the brain stem, another at the heart, and the last to be clamped onto the tongue. Once completed, we looked at each other with a great hopefulness. Then I was directed to flip the switch on the battery cells as she held his convulsing body down onto the slab. The sight was unexplainable. Electricity and energy surged and spiraled all around the room, life dancing in front of us. She counted to 16. 16 seconds that felt like forever. Then, the switch was brought back to dormant. Silence filled the air. We would take turns, looking at each other and staring back at this little creature's body. I believe it was only 39 seconds before we both heard the affirmation that the theory of reanimation was now reality. Air filled and exhaled from his lungs before our eyes. His dingy orange coat had fluttered back into a vibrant hue, and life sprang through his veins as he leapt up into her arms with a gratitude one could only possess to their creator. Swissgar lived again.
There, you see? You were what I needed. Though our work has only begun, Emerson, if you would please consider being my assistant. You have truly proved you are different from these children that roam these halls.
I am humbled, and I'd love nothing more than to assist you on your work. You are truly a great mind, Dr. Stein.
No need for such formalities. We just cheated death together after all. Please, call me Evie.
Well, Evie, I am ready for our next task.
I do dare say, Billingswell, she would almost pass as attractive if she'd simply remove that dreadful scowl from her face. Wouldn't you agree?
Quite. She's not fooling anyone with her pedantic arrogance.
Quite indeed.
Pardon me, boys. To whom are you referring? Is there another woman admitted to study here?
No, you buffoon. To whom we are referring is your master, Dr. Stein.
If you could even consider her a true doctor.
You would be wise to mind your tongue. Dr. Stein.
Dr. Stein? Boris, why are we speaking of that horrible disgrace to medicine?
I was just stating an obvious point to her freak follower that she's not a true doctor and deserves not the title.
And also that if she would simply smile more, she could possibly manage to find herself a husband and settle out of this foolish delusion of equality.
Yes, he would have to be a terrible old fool to settle with someone so foolhardy and pig-headed.
Right. A woman's place is not in our operating theatre, and certainly not in medicine. A woman's only purpose is to serve man, and birth our children, nothing more.
Quite right, Dr. Ferguson.
And to whom is the freak she has garnered to follow her?
Him, Professor?
You there, boy. What is your name?
Emerson McTavish, sir.
Well, McTavish, please enlighten us as to why you have chosen to plant your flag with a woman who disgraces our profession.
The answer is quite simple, sir. Dr. Evelyn Stein is brilliant. A true genius. Your views of the world are obscured by your hubris and forever clouded by fearful doubt. Dr. Stein is a free-flowing river that leads into an ocean wealthy with knowledge and new creative ideas that none of you could ever begin to comprehend.
Get out of my classroom, boy. Come back when you are more serious about medicine. And a word to the wise, Miss Stein will only drag you under her waters until you beg for death and drown. Now, leave. Good day.
Ignorance is a harsh light to be casted under. Professor? One day, you will crawl upon your knees seeking mercy from her charitable graces. Mark me, Professor. You are wrong.
I said good day to you, boy. Now leave at once before my temper grows hotter.
Hello? Is anyone home?
In here, Emerson.
Good evening, Mother. How was your day? Who is this, then?
Emerson, I'd like to introduce you to Colette Kingsbury. Your father works with her father, and we wanted you to meet each other. You know, you both were of that perfect and well final age in life where it's time to settle down and begin a family.
Ah, I see. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Miss Kingsbury.
I'm pleased to make your acquaintance as well, Mr. McTavish.
Mother, might I have a quick word with you in the other room?
Of course, my son. Do you pardon us just a moment, Colette?
I'll be here.
Well, what do you think?
Good God, Mother, she is barely a woman yet. Looks as if she's just turned 17. Why would you and Father think this were a good idea?
Well, she is 19, and she is very agreeable and level-headed. I hold no doubt she'll be very loyal to you and make a reasonable wife for you.
These truths mean naught to me, Mother. This is far from who I am and what I would want for my life. I do not need you or Father to arrange my personal life to fit your ideals.
You are being a bit harsh, don't you think, Emerson?
I apologize, Mother. It's just... I have a lot on my mind and cannot begin to fathom the idea of starting a family. My studies must be priority for now. Nothing else.
Well, simply talk with her for now. No one is telling you to get married at this very moment.
You just suggested it a moment ago.
I don't recall that being said.
Fine, I will speak with her. And be humble and kind as always, but mark me, Mother, I have no intention with pursuing this woman.
Fair enough, Emerson.
So, Emerson, I hear you're nearly a doctor now.
Hardly. I am nearly at the end of my first year of university.
Someday soon shall come soon enough. Your mother had mentioned you studied for 4 years in Edinburgh before arriving to London?
Unfortunately, it takes more than 4 years to make a medical doctor. So, Colette, tell me, what do you do?
Well, I do not have a profession, really. I, at the moment, tend to my sister and her family as a second aid in raising her 3 children.
And you find this work meaningful?
Absolutely. It's a woman's duty to serve and bear children for her husband.
What about as a person? What about you as an individual? Why serve others when you could be serving yourself?
That is what gives my life purpose. I long for the day when I get to be a mother and have a family to call my own. And at the head of that family, a strong man so I can raise them strong sons.
And if your children are daughters, what then? What kind of life would you want for them?
They would learn what it means to be a proper woman, develop strong family ties through agreeable marriages within our society.
Right. Well then, if you will please excuse me, I must be going now.
Going? But you've only just arrived.
What? Where are you going, Emerson?
Anywhere but here. I'll be at university working on research. I love you, Mother, and good day to you, Miss Kingsbury.
Oh dear. Do you think it was something I said?
Ach, no, not at all. You are the most proper woman I've ever had the pleasure of hosting. Do me a favour, won't you?
Of course. Anything for you, Mrs. McTavish.
Do stay on him. Although his exterior is tough, he can be worn down through persistence like any stone.
Yes, madam. I've never been discouraged easily. I shall win his favour yet.
Aye, a sure way to begin would be to bake him a strawberry pie. It has been his favourite dessert since he was just a wee lad.
Ah, hello, Evie.
Ah, there you are. Where in the hell have you been, Emerson?
What? The hour's nearly 8:30. I did not think anyone would still be here. And this includes you, Evie. I thought you would have gone home. I simply need a place to study, and it seems I cannot even find reprieve in my own home anymore. My mother is trying to find me a wife. She was just so doe-eyed, simply standing there begging for any sliver of my attention. She was just so goddamn dull. Evie, nothing like you or I. Spoke of nothing but her dogmatic beliefs of servitude and child-rearing.
Huh? What? Well, you are here now, as am I. And apologies, but I do not care for your personal matters at this moment. I have made another breakthrough, Emerson. It's what we have been trying to figure out for months.
Ah, and hello to you, Master Swissgar. How are we feeling this evening?
Well, you shut up and come over here.
Sorry, old bean. Sounds as if my master is summoning me now. I admire your tenacity, Master Swissgar. Keep being free, old bean.
Are you quite finished annoying my cat?
Annoying him or annoying you?
Oh, you dandy. Now come on, be serious a moment and come over here.
You now have my undivided attention.
Look at this, Emerson. Do you see?
I see a human heart flopped upon the table. What of it?
We had the whole voltage measurements wrong. There's no need to provide an electric current to the entire nervous system, but rather only to certain core points throughout the body. Watch what happens when only 50 volts were applied directly to this lump of a heart.
My word. You've done it, Evie.
I know! The issue before was sections of the nervous system were becoming singed and unusable when too much electrical current was being applied. Can you recall the voltage used for Swissgar's reanimation?
Yes, how can I forget? 150 volts for our little furry friend, who at the time weighed approximately 4 kilograms.
Precisely. We simply thought that by taking the weight of the subject and creating the measurement of volt per kilogram, that we would be able to recreate what we did with him. Our assumption resided within calculating the average size of a human male, which is roughly 68 kilograms, and then dividing our original subject, Swissgar, 4 kilograms into 68, leaving us with
17.
Precisely. And 17 multiplied by 150 volts, which gives us
2,550 volts. The exact measurement to resurrect a human life. Well, in theory, for the time being.
However, as we can see here, the voltages do not necessarily add up to the weight of the subject. Think of it this way. Swissgar's anatomy is of the same basic blocks and functions as us. Had we have used a slightly higher voltage, what would have been the result?
A non-hospitable nervous system incapable of sustaining reanimation.
Precisely. Given our numerous trial and errors, I believe we are finally ready to put this theory into practice. What say you?
Okay, I think we are both driven a little mad by all this. The benefit of reanimation could change the world. A cure for death through dying. Brilliant, if I do say so myself.
Yes, but the only problem remaining is the need of a viable body, and whatever organs can be determined for replacement. There would be months, possibly years, of paperwork and permits and approvals needed to even begin testing our theory.
Well, what is preventing us from avoiding the headaches of approvals and simply finding the subjects ourselves? We do not need anyone's approval to make history, do we?
If you are implying that we deal with grave robbers or body snatchers, then count me out of that equation. I refuse to bastardize our hard work with such scandal.
Fine. Then we shall begin filing the paperwork for our research grant tomorrow morning.
Yes. However...
Yes?
Nothing. Go home, Emerson. Get some rest, for tomorrow morning starts a new chapter in our endeavors.
Until tomorrow, then. I bid you farewell and good night, Evie.
Oh my word, you're so very agreeable. Oh yes, Emerson McTavish. You'll be mine soon enough. Good day to you, Mr. McTavish.
Oh, hello again, Colette. How are you today?
Very well on such a beautiful day such as this. Why do you coop yourself up inside all day when the sun and breeze could feel so warm on your skin?
What? I apologize. Were you saying something?
Yes, so I baked you your favorite pie?
That's nice, thank you. Strawberry again?
Yes, indeed. I hope you like it.
Yes. I'm sure it will be enjoyed at some point.
So, Emerson, have you given any further thought to setting a courtship date?
A what? Is that really a thing?
Oh, Emerson, you're absolutely too much.
All right. Well, Colette, was there anything else you needed? I apologize, but I am right in the middle of my studies.
Oh, it's me who should be apologizing, please. Forgive my intrusion. I shall let you resume your studies. I may visit your mother later on this evening.
Do you know around what time?
I haven't decided.
All right, well, take care and have a good day.
You as well. So long for now.
Hello, freak.
Whitley, Billingsworth, what can I do for you gentlemen today?
So who was that young tart you were talking to?
And why would such a sweet lady like that be talking to a wretch like you?
Doesn't she know that you are the future Mrs. Dr. Stein?
Very clever, boys. And thank you for addressing her as her earned title.
Are you getting smart with us, freak?
Oh, no, not at all. I'm already much smarter than the two of you combined.
You son of a bitch bastard! I should smash your face in.
Good day to you, boys.
Good day to you, Professor Ferguson.
Ah, a good day, Doctor.
Oh, right. Good day, Professor.
You're not making any trouble for my two best students, are you, freak?
Do you not find your actions toward me the slightest bit inappropriate?
I do not believe so. However, I do understand that yourself and Miss Stein have been spending an awful amount of time together. It'd be a shame for someone to ever call Miss Stein's virtue into question. Aye, McTavish.
I thank you not to continue any further, Professor. I have shown you and everyone here nothing but the utmost respect and professional courtesy. Is it really too much to expect the same in return for myself and Dr. Stein?
You deserve nothing as long as you hold yourself in the company of harlots.
Listen to me closely, Ferguson. One more insult out of you and I will be more than happy to lose my professional courtesy and become insatiably violent with you. Do you understand me?
Oh, boy. Are you threatening your direct superior?
A threat is just a simple warning. I am promising you violence.
Are you joking, freak?
You are outnumbered.
Come along, boys. Let us leave this heathen as we found him. Alone.
Take care, gentlemen.
Oh, is that pie for me? You shouldn't have.
Be seeing you around, freak.
Oh, how my blood boiled for hours after that encounter with the lowest life forms ever discovered. I wanted nothing more than to harm them, but I also know that I am indeed smarter, and I could not have possibly won that fight in any foreseen outcome. Their day to suffer will come soon. I can see their pathetic futures now, miserably married, choking on their finances caused by the droves of children born from their ugly wives, trying to live up to society's cruel standards, consuming any and all, yet never creating, just filling with shit. And then they die. Almost feel sorry for the poor ignorant bastards. Hey, what's wrong, Evie?
Oh, nothing. I really should be used to this kind of boorish behavior by now. Yet I still become surprised by how awful human nature can be.
Did something happen?
When I came in this afternoon, the majority of our equipment and research was in tatters, and it was all sealed with this hateful letter.
Dearest witch and dog, consider this a kindness, what you are doing manipulating and spitting on God's creation and sanctity with your disgraceful and evil practices. You are scum and deserve to die, and if you do not cease all activity and leave, then the both of you shall be dealt a punishment worthy of God. This is the final and only warning that shall be given. Sincerely, everyone.
Humankind may not be worth saving.
Not everyone is like this, Evie. By the way, do you think I'm the dog or the witch to whom they referred? I never really saw myself as a witch.
Yet you saw yourself as a dog.
Sure. I always like to imagine the sorts of adventures those rascally mutts get into. I bet they are quite amusing.
Oh, Emerson. We are never going to be approved for our research grant, are we?
Well, not as long as Ferguson is around. I'm willing to bet everything that he ordered his lackeys to sabotage our work, and the handwriting in this letter is absolutely his. Dumb bastard did not even try to hide it. Well then.
Perhaps we are the fools, and we should do as the letter stated and simply give up.
I apologize, my dearest Evelyn, but that just is not an option.
We are out of options. Can you not see that, Emerson?
This is one man-child's temper tantrum, and I refuse to let those pricks have any satisfaction against us. Nothing has been denied as of yet, so we still have that ambiguous hope to hold on to. And our work, your work, is far too important to not be tested. So even if our research approvals are denied, that only means we take matters into our own hands. We will see this through to the end. Evie, this I promise you.
Emerson?
Yes, Evie?
Emerson, in this moment I have set aside my better judgment and decided that I should give in to my less rational side. And I wish to tell you something that I have been holding on to for many months now.
Oh. Do go on, then.
Emerson, well, you know, I feel a fondness for you unlike any I have ever known before. You cause my heart to increase to a rapid rhythm that sends my head swooning. You are smart and kind, and I want you to know that I consider you very highly, and would be very sad if something would ever happen to you, or us.
From the moment I saw you, I was yours. Completely. I love you with all that I am, Evie.
Good. Now kiss me, you fool.
Yes, Doctor.
Careful, darling. These corsets are rather expensive.
This is the happiest I believe I shall ever become in this lifetime. I feel so at peace with you.
As do I, my little dog. I've waited so long for this moment to transpire. I always wondered how I would feel.
And how do you feel?
Like I could die right now and be perfectly fine with it.
Oh, you. Come here.
Where is Swissgar?
I saw him earlier.
I'm sure he is fine. I just get so worried.
I'm sure he's around here somewhere. Probably chasing mice or taking a little catnap.
The sooner we find him, the sooner my mind will be at ease.
Of course, my love.
I'll check in here. Will you search out in the hallway?
On it. Swissgar! Swissgar! Mew 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 mew! Mew mew.
Swissgar! Come on, little friend. Where are you hiding? Oh, damn windows left propped open. Swissgar, you better not be out there. Oh, you little bugger. Don't you move, and I'm serious. I'm coming to get you. Come on. At least come closer to me. Don't make this difficult. God damn it, Swissgar. I know I said it could die right now and be fine with it, but I'd rather not. Surely you understand. Oh, come on. I almost got you.
I didn't see him out in the hallway. Did you find him yet? Evie? Evie? Dear God, Evie, what the hell are you doing out there? Get back inside.
I can almost reach him. Oops!
Evelyn! Shit! Shit! No, 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 no. No. No, no, this can't possibly be real, no. No, this is not happening right now, no, please. No, Evie. Evie? Darling. Can you hear me? Oh, God, no. No, 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 no. Shit! Shit! Evelyn! Evelyn, please! No, please, God, no, why? Wait. Wait. I know what to do. I know what to do. Come on, my love. We've got to get you back inside quickly before too much time has passed. Okay. Everything is still intact. I know what I must do. I can do this. Thank you for the vote of confidence, my friend. Oh, I shall do this for you. I shall return momentarily, my love. Mother? Hello? Is anyone home?
Good evening, Emerson.
God damn. Good. Yes. Colette, how very pleased I am to see you still here, looking as ravishing as ever. I need you, Colette. You must come with me now.
What? Oh my, well, shouldn't I at least tell your parents you have arrived?
No. We need to go now. We'll come back later. They'll be fine. I just need to steal you away. Take my hand and let us depart quickly.
Oh, okay. Whatever you say, Emerson. I knew you would come around someday. You made me very happy.
That's great. No more time to talk. We need to run. Come on.
Oh, wow. Is this where you work?
Yes.
So, now what, Emerson? Are you feeling okay? You look frightened and pale.
Everything should be fine soon. I hope.
What do you mean, you hope? Good God, Emerson. Is that woman on the table dead?
Yes. For now, at least.
For now? Emerson, I don't understand. What do you need from me?
Colette, tell me the truth. What wouldn't you do for me?
I would do anything for your love. Anything you ever asked of me. You know that. Good.
Well, that makes me feel a little better about doing this then.
What? Emerson, no. Not like this. Emerson, no. No.
I say, what on earth was that dreadful scream? Good God, boy! What have you done? I say, you'll be sent straight to the gallows for this! Oh, my word! You sick freak! I knew you were trouble, but you evil bastard! I'm reporting you immediately.
Unfortunately, that interferes with my immediate plans, so I think not, Professor. There. Finally got what was coming to you goddamn ignorant bastard. Right then. Back to work. No need to worry, old bean. She will be back in just a few moments. My mind raced wildly. This uncontrollable heavy feeling is what I imagine insanity must feel like. My focus like razor blades. My heart beats faster than I can make thoughts. My hands surprisingly steady and accurate during the surgery. I am so lost within this wave of chaos, yet I am navigating with ease. If I fail to bring her back, then I shall lay myself next to her upon the slab and administer a self-death, for I cannot live without her anymore. Nor could I live with what I've done here tonight. But I force out every single doubt that resides inside me. I am silent. I am calm. First clamp applied to the brainstem. Second clamp onto the heart. And finally the last clamp placed onto her tongue. My sweet Evelyn. I hope this is what you want. Voltage primed to 600. Here goes nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Come on. Please. Please, come on. Pull through. Please, pull through. Please, Evie. I love you so much. Please, don't leave me. Yes! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you, science! Move! 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 Move, Emerson! Quickly, stitch her back up! There. All done. Evie, my love, can you hear me? Evelyn, come back to me. It worked! It worked! You're alive! You're alive!
Well then, darling, it appears 600 was the correct voltage after all.
To live is to suffer. However, to die is man's greatest fear. And to overcome death, to live once more, well, this poses quite interesting conundrum. For second life is the opportunity to fail and try again. Thus concludes tonight's strange fantasy. Tune in next time for another look into the strange and obscure.
Strange Fantasy presented Lady Animator. Written by Ashley Scarbro and Travis Scarbro. Produced by Travis Scarbro, Ashley Scarbro, and Trey Gonzales. Original score by Travis Scarbro. The players of tonight's tale are as follows. Michael Song is Emerson McTavish. Martina Ohlhauser as Evelyn Stein and Mother McTavish. Travis Scarbro as Professor Ferguson and Whitley. Ashley Scarbro as Colette Kingsbury. Trey Gonzales as Tour Guide Davies. Felix de la Rosa IV as Billingsworth. And Darcy Nymphadora Crookshanks as Swissgar, the cat. Strange Fantasy Show was created by Travis Scarbro and Trey Gonzales. Strange Fantasy is copyright 2019, Strange Fantasy Productions, all rights reserved. All characters appearing in this work are fictitious. Any resemblance to real persons living or dead is purely coincidental.
This episode is dedicated to the memory of Branabas Leopold Swissgar, the best companion anyone could ever ask for.